football, I got to be honest with you guys, it's very, very difficult to dig up clips. They don't share them. The school doesn't share them. There's no official Vanderbilt video getting sent my way. So, hey, we do with what we can. And I hate to even go this route, Shane, because we're starting negative here. But, man, some rough news for the Commodores. One of their emerging players, redshirt freshman Miles Capers, was basically locked up a starting position, was going to be one of their star pass rushers, out for the season with a knee injury. God, I mean, this is the one team in the SEC that can't afford any injuries. You know what?
That's it, Mike. If Coach Lee and Vanderbilt are gonna surprise any teams in the SEC or be competitive or potentially make a bowl game, they're gonna have to play. They're gonna have to play perfect football, and to do that, they're gonna need everybody. So any injury like this is definitely gonna hurt them.
Yeah, and I know, Shane, we've made this point time and time again, but I think it needs to be emphasized that they need to increase their commitment to football, and no better example than this, Shane. They just had their second scrimmage, and from what I understand, it was a great scrimmage, went well. We got some comments from Clark Lee in here in just a second, but the first scrimmage, Shane, because they're doing some renovations there to the stadium, they were not able to do it at the stadium. They had to bus to a local high school, and then once they got to the high school, it started storming and lightning, so they got about 20 snaps in, and they had to call it a scrimmage. And I don't say that to mock Vanderbilt, but I sit here and say, what the hell are we doing? This is the team that needs practice and scrimmages more than any others, yet they're having to put up with all this BS. Like, they don't even have the facilities there to have a full camp. And it just, I think if you're a Vanderbilt fan, it's got to be soul-crushing to hear stuff like that. But that's why they've got to invest in Clark Lee in this program and build him what he needs so we don't have these damn issues. You know what?
Gee, that's crazy to me, man. I mean, this is 2022. This is the best conference in the country, and you're a part of it. So act like you're a part of it. Not just take the check when it's sent out on Fridays. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is a university that has all the potential in the world to be a fun place to play. I'm not expecting them to win national championships anytime soon, but man, I tell you, if they ever did take it serious, Vanderbilt is a scary, scary little opponent because of the location. There's not a better city in I think of the country to play in than in Nashville, because it has everything, and they don't use it. And it seems like we've said this a million times, Mike, and we're going to say it a million times more. This is just another example. I mean, how many freaking engineers you got over at Vanderbilt? They can whip up some shed where these boys can play and get out of the rain, you would think. I mean, is it that hard? I don't know. We got high schools doing it. There's high schools that have indoor facilities, and one of the 14 SEC teams does not. I mean, put it on a banner, man.
Yeah, it's got to change. It's got to change now, Shane. But hey, let's be a little bit more positive here with the Commodores. We do got, Mike Wright. They came out and named him the starting quarterback at media days. But Clark Lee, kind of made it clear here, that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to start against Hawaii, but it certainly sounds like he's on track to do that, give them a little bit of continuity going into the season opener. Heck, we're a week away from Vanderbilt kicking off, so let's kick it over to Clark Lee.
To you, ahead of the Hawaii game, I guess technically you didn't name Mike the starter for the opener. Are you going to name a starter, or is it just how are you going to handle it?
Yeah, we will. I mean, right now he is our starter, and that hasn't changed. I think we withhold the ability to continue to evaluate all positions. That one gets the most attention, and rightfully so. And I think performance at that position is going to be critical to our success this year. So. We're going to keep looking at it, and I'm going to lean on Joey to kind of have his opinion and what he feels like is best for us. Right now, I think all three guys are competing, and I say all three. I think AJ Swan's had a really nice camp, and iron sharpens iron. Those guys are going to keep at it. But like I said, I was pleased today that I felt like the offense was clicking with all three. And that was positive.
All right, okay. Hey Shay, can you believe it though? I mean, the last thing on Vanderbilt here, we are officially 8 days away from seeing some SEC football. How awesome is that?
Dude, it's great, man. I've talked more about Vanderbilt this offseason just because it's kicking off in Hawaii.
Right.
So I think that was the smartest move that they've made.
Yeah.
And they should be seeking out week 0 action here because that's the first glimpse of college football that we're going to get. And we were talking to one of our partners today about this being the last college-free weekend, so think about that. This time next week, we're talking about actual game scripts. We're talking actual depth charts, and we're doing our lines, man, for the first time. So if that doesn't get you excited about Vanderbilt football, nothing will, brother.
Yeah, I feel bad for my liver. You know what?
I know, man. I need to get some more beer because it's going to be a while, and it's going to be a late one, man. It's going to be an absolute late game, but I don't care. They can play at 3 in the morning. I'm going to sit up like a kid at Christmas Eve,